Hey y'all, and welcome to the video. For today's project, we're going to be changing out the transmission oil on a 68 RFE transmission on this 2018 Ram 3500. And in addition to that, we'll be swapping in one of these PPE deep pans, and we'll be using one of their filters. We got a new filter here. We have a reusable gasket, which is what PPE recommends, and they send some bolts. This pan will give us 3 quarts of additional capacity, so we've got a total of 11 quarts. This is what the regular filter looks like compared to the PPE, which is a better one. You can see how much more filter media you get, and then also you got the metal threads in the top, while these are plastic. There's been some quality concerns with these. There are large holes here for good flow. I like this one. I'm just using regular Mopar ATF4. We have a replacement filter here, and it's got a little O-ring in there that you don't always have to replace that, but they do include it. And then I figured out that my pan that's on the truck right now, this is going to be its first service, and they RTV these from factory. At least they started doing that at some point in the 4th gens. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is on both sides, I'm gonna leave a few in place. This one will just be loosened a little bit, and this one here a little bit. Then the rest we're taking all the way out, and then the same deal on the other side. We'll leave 2 of them in, you know, slightly loose. We're gonna have our 2 loose ones in the middle. Okay. So this is where I have maybe the most room to work, up here on this corner. And you have to be careful here. You don't want to score the transmission side of it with the knife. You gotta get in there gently. There we go. Just had to give it a little bit of a boost with these lock-in pliers. Woo! We did a pretty good job with that. Holy heck. that wasn't bad. I'm impressed. I caught about all of it. Okay, so we've got 2 more bolts on the other side need to come out. All right, the pan is caught on the, just caught on the edge of the cooler lines here. There we go. That's not too bad. Anyways, there's our pan. And inside of the trans looking okay. The case is not too caked up with RTV. Not too bad. Most of it came with the pan. That's good. Very good. All right, we got 1 bolt on the flat filter here. It's a Torx of some sort. I think probably like a T20 or T15. And then we have the spin-on filter right here. Yeah, y'all can see right here. But and we're probably going to have some more oil come out after we take these filters loose. All right, let's take the flat filter out so I can clear more room for the spin on. All right, here we go, T25. Perfect. I hate to go to this one. It's a little scary. Thank the Lord. That came out. Well, we won't be using that, reusing that for sure. We'll do all of these by hand. So the pan has a little recess in each of the bolt holes that accommodates the washer. So the washer sits in there flush. So while we're doing this, what are all the benefits of the deep pan? So benefit number one is the drain plug, and that's what I'm looking forward to the most. We went through a huge mess just now. That will be made so much easier when we can just take this loose, drain it, and then drop the pan. And in fact, I probably won't even drop the pan every time. I'll probably do it every other time and just change the filters out. So I'll probably do this every 40,000. So we change the filters out every other time, so we do them every 80,000. So we'd only have a pan drop every 80,000. And we'll get 3 quarts extra capacity, so theoretical fluid life should be longer. You got cooling fins on here, which is supposed to lower the temperature. Perhaps the extra capacity would lower the temperature. I'm not too big on that, or I'm not sure if I really believe it, because this transmission actually runs pretty cool, especially compared to the old 4-speed trans like I have on my 5.9. The 4-speeds, mine at least runs like 160 to 180 degrees, not even pulling anything. This trans here, I think it's running, I have to look at it again, but in the wintertime it runs in like the 130s, and now that it's warm, maybe in the 140s to 150. It doesn't get all that hot, so I don't expect the oil to get real burnt. And that oil you saw came out did not look too bad, even though this truck has had a history of doing a lot of towing. All right, so here we go. We're gonna pull the transmission dipstick out. Insert our funnel. And start filling the trans. Okay, coming inside here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start the engine. We'll cycle the gears. I can tell we're probably low. Get on a level surface. All right, so to wrap things up, took it on the test drive. At the time, I only had about a 9.5 quart fill. I should have known that was a little low, but I was misled because the freshly poured oil was messing up my reading on the dipstick. That said, the truck still drove fine. It's just when we came back and checked it, it looked low. So I ended up adding little over another quart. So we were like 10 3/4 quarts fill on this. And I could probably squeeze that last little bit in there if I wanted. There's some wiggle room, I think, but the way it looks right now is perfect. So the pan is supposed to add 3 quarts. We put 10 3/4 quarts in. We got about 8 quarts out. These are the waste oils right here. It's almost 4 quarts in each of those. So close to 8 quarts came out. So I'd say we got it about right. And down under here, I'm not seeing any leaks yet, but we'll see how that holds up. We will watch for leaks, but looking good. So that's it for me today. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you next time.